Today we're looking for Arrowhead Arch. I'm pretty confident we're on the way. We had a run a few days ago and we didn't make it. It's an undisclosed location, and but we've seen this area before, so I think we're doing good. But there's 3 or 4 natural arches in Indiana. This is one of the bigger ones, and you got to look for it. And so that's our quest today. It's a beautiful day, and we get down there, I think you'll be amazed. So hopefully we'll see you down there.
This is a whale of a drop-off.
Here we are, I think, at Mesmore Cliffs. This whole line, we're way up in the air. We're on our way to the Arrowhead Arch, and they say we're kind of in an undisclosed location, but we're on a rock line that it goes around quite a ways, and we are way up. We are way up in the air. This cliff makes a severe drop-off, and but it's beautiful out here. It really is. And we're going to keep on going though, because we have a quest today of Arrowhead Arch, and I know we're going to find it. Well, here we are. It took us 2 times to find it, but this is the one of the 3 or 4 arches in Indiana, and it is amazing. It goes up, you can see up there, and that's the top of the ridge, and then it comes back down, and we walk down actually over the arch, and you go back down in these caves, which we're going to explore, and you can see the opening on the other side, and that's where you can come in another direction. But this is right through here is the arch, and it's hard to find this sucker. But I can't wait to get down in here and explore some of these crevices and caves, and it was well worth the trip to see. So here we go. We're going in it. Well, we're down here in the right under the arch, and if you've seen some of my other videos, I'm usually looking for these mortar and pestle, and this is what the Indians would use. And I've talked about this before, and I said there's usually a couple of them together. They would grind their corn up or whatever, and they'd have another rock and they would grind it up. So this was kind of like the old time kitchen counter right here, if you want to put it in today's standards. But they had it made down here, the people that lived here before we did. And we're not talking cowboys and Indians, we're talking Native Americans from way back. So this is very interesting. There's a cave right there. It actually goes the other way from the natural arch. I'm gonna kind of crawl down in there and see what type of wild animal we can see down there. Well, hell, there's a wild animal right there, taking pictures. I'm down here a little bit deeper in the cave, spelunking, as you will, if you will. And well, there, it's hard to see because there's light. I'm gonna have to dig in here a little bit deeper. Oh my goodness gracious. And that way there's light. So really it's another arch. I can climb up the other side and come through there if I could fit through that opening. I don't know that I could fit through, but I'm in there pretty good in the cave right now. So I'm gonna back out and do a little more exploring on the outside. Here I am crawling out of the cave part, you know, and this gives a better perspective of the arch going over our head. There's the one side, there's the other, and then I'm down in a cave, the one down off to the back side here, if you will. And I say it's pretty good arch. You can't really, I can't get you a height from down here because I'm down in the cave. But that's how wide it is. It ain't just little flimsy rock. So it's something to see. There's so much to see here. I'm gonna have a hard time getting her down to 10 minutes, but here we go. I'm out of that part, and I'm walking, well, there's the arch. And now I'm walking over here, and it's another outcropping and kind of cool stuff right here. But this is where I think the cave part that I was crawling around in comes out down in this hole, which in a sense, it's just a passageway, but I mean, that would be kind of like an arch too. But I'm gonna crawl down in here. This is a pretty big rock shelter right down here. And then there's, like I said, there's a passageway between the two of them if you crawl on your belly. So I'm gonna go down to the bottom. Well, here I am, back down my back again. I've got back in this rock shelter and just kind of shimmied back here a little bit. And it looks like an old creek bed that ran through it. And back in that way is the opening that comes out in the other shelter. So if there wasn't, you know, I guess when there's water running, you couldn't crawl back in there, maybe, I don't know. But it's really amazing. And here again, this is big, you know, it'd be a lot of protection from the elements you come back in through here. So I ain't even made it to the backside yet. So I gotta keep moving. This is on the backside of that one wall I just saw a while ago, but I wanted to show you something. I mean, obviously people been back here scribbling around, but right on this side, those look like handmade places where they'd have put some timbers and reached over right here to this elevation, and they could have had a little, you know, put some grass and stuff above it, and they would have had a nice little shelter right here. Those have been carved in, much like where they grind their corn and stuff. They would do the same thing here, but it's the exact elevation, the top of this rock, that at one time I bet there was a thatch roof of some sort here. I'm talking hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. See, we're still on the back side here, or on the back side. These are the ridges, and that hole that's in the one cave, you know, there's little passageways, and if you was to walk down this, there's two holes here and they all connect up, and it looks like, you know, there's water. It might flow through here sometimes, but it's amazing how they got little passageways in these rocks that you can get from one side to the next. There's 4 openings, and if you was a spelunker, you might be able to spelunk right on through there. But it's something to see. You can come out here and just walk around all day long. So more to do, more to see. Okay, I gotta. Here we go. I'm trying to climb in this other side, and I wouldn't do this at home, especially if you're 65. So here I come, and so in a sense, it's another arch, but we'll call it a passageway from one side of the cave to the other. And it's just part of the coolness of it. And I won't have to go to the gym today. But here I come. And it's a pretty good workout. And here we are from now, we're at the big arch. It's so much fun.